Hello everypony, my name is Rainb0w Dashie, and that's Rainbow with a 0 not an O, and in this video I want to talk about Derpibooru and their terrible design choices. Now if you haven't been to Derpibooru in some time, you'll notice that the image page looks a little different. In fact, it looked a lot different a few days ago. About a week ago it looked pretty terrible. I have a picture here. This is what the image page looked like about a week ago. You can see there's some stuff missing. If you look at this picture, this stuff messed up below the image too. What they tried to do is they moved the uploader information below the picture, kind of merged it with the description. It looks kind of confusing. Like there's really no separation between the uploader information and the description. It just goes right in, where before it was like this. You had these top bar, you had this fucking uploader information, you had the picture, and you had the description. You actually had a fucking advertisement, the tags, then the description. The description was like over here. Like, it's all fucking messed up. So to get to the point, when I found this about a week ago, I made a thread about it saying, hey, the uploader credit and timestamp was removed. Why was this changed? It was fine the way it was. Now the image screen feels a little more restricted with that blue header bar going across the middle of the page like someone's first attempt at CSS. Can you please change it back? Because this just looks bad. This just jutting out to the fucking side. But someone responds to me saying, hey, there's been an ongoing discussion over here. And he links me to page 177 of the feature suggestions and discussion thread, where you can basically see just pages and pages and fucking paragraphs of people saying, hey, this was a bad idea. Change it back. No one asked for this. It was just pages and pages of people complaining about it. And Princess Luna coming in, who I think is the site designer, saying, rule of thumb, changes always have some point to them, even if you personally can't see it or disagree with it, and I don't like it being different is not a valid downside. It actually fucking is. If it looks different and it's bad, then that's a pretty good fucking argument. I'm kind of getting a little off track here, but just, she goes on to say, the reason for the upload change was twofold. To de-emphasize the uploader, as it can create an ego problems between uploaders and other uploaders and artists. Move information to better groupings, whatever the fuck that means. One area above the image for image, about the image itself, and below, and blah blah blah. This is not a fucking problem I've seen. Fucking ego problems between uploaders and other uploaders and artists. That's not been a fucking problem. It was very clear who uploaded the picture. It was very clear who the picture was made by, because you got where is it? Where's my picture? Where's my picture? You got these fucking tags down here. This isn't the best fucking picture to be using. Let's find fucking drawing. Like here. You got fucking uploaded by Princess. You got fucking artist. Derpy artist, Selenade artist. Very fucking clear who posted it, who drew it. So I think that reason's bullshit. I think Luna's talking out her fucking ass. All right, so moving on. I jump in. I reposted my comment saying, why was this changed? It looks bad. And I amended what I said. I'm like, there was first the upvote debacle and now this, because before they tried to remove the fucking upvotes, which was a huge fucking controversy. I'm not going to go and try and find it, because as you can see, I got 30 fucking tabs. I'm going to get lost. I'm already getting lost in my own fucking tabs, in my own organization. But they tried to change the fucking upvotes. Like, hey, we took out the upvotes. We had a hide button, because, we think this is going to happen. We think this is what's going on. And everyone was like, what the fuck? We like having upvotes. We like having the fucking, no, fucking change it back. Like, I tell them, stop making these sudden changes to the UI that no pony's asking for. And after I made this, I see a comment from this guy, fucking Background Pony, who was like, if they aren't reverting this, then can someone please make a user script? And, I got kind of upset. I'm like, they're seeing fucking pages. Fucking, where is it? Pages and pages. From fucking, 170 to, fucking 189, just pages of people saying this is a bad idea, change it back, and they're not gonna fucking revert, they're just gonna stick by their guns. So I'm like, hey, I would like a fucking user script as well, because I actually want Derpibooru to look how I fucking know it to look, how it's always looked, how it's always been fine, it's never caused any problems. I would like the script as well. And I get tagged by Joey, who says, I'm sorry, I'm throwing a fucking comb around. I get tagged by Joey, saying it's still a work in progress and all the feedback we're receiving is being considered. I think the devs who've been working on the change may be asleep at the moment, though. I don't really keep track of where everyone lives or what their sleep patterns are. And, I come back in and say, so far it seems like this has been a wildly unpopular decision, and for good reason. The change makes the image page look objectively bad. I got tagged by Joey earlier saying that they were taking feedback into consideration. Whether that was PR doublespeak or not, there really isn't anything to consider. It's just a bad change and should be changed back. Hell, I'd even pay someone like $50 to make a working script that changes back to normal if the mods are really refusing to change it back. I'm serious. Make a script, PM it to me to prove it works, and I'll give you the money. Because I don't really want to wait on for another fucking community poll again, because that's what happened with the upvotes. They took the upvotes away, everyone got pissed off, so we'll do a poll with fucking 5 pages of questions. Oh, should users be able to see upvotes? Should uploaders be able to see upvotes? And then they just change it fucking back like nothing ever happened. Luna comes in and says, it seems there's a lot of feedback on what we didn't achieve our goals is to be about the color standout. It's like, what the fuck? That's not what we're talking about. Go back and read the thread. People are saying this is a bad change. Change it back. They're not saying anything about the fucking color standout. They're not saying anything about the fucking real estate of the screen. They're not saying anything about the badges. But they come and say, we're just about the color standout. We'll make the colors more muted soon. No one fucking asked for that either. What are you fucking talking about, Luna? Here's another person calling Luna out. The feedback was very negative. You may love the change you made, but the majority of the users here and even some mods seem to dislike it. Please stop trying to fix your change and just fix the whole issue by reverting it. Not every change ends up good. Put the information back where it belongs, all grouped together above the image. And, and they did. They did, as you can saw on the first fucking screen I showed. It's back up here. But before this looked the way this was, there were still more problems. I don't have a picture of it, but this bar was stretched all the way across the fucking screen. And where this grouping ends, you see these little gaps right here? They were fucking gigantic. There was a gap from here to here, then you saw the fucking upvotes, and a gap from here to here, then a fucking gap from here. It was just bad. I can't even describe it. So yeah, basically, they're making these changes. No one likes them. They're making new changes that don't fucking look good at all. And they're still just not really listening to everyone saying, hey, fucking change this back, please. I believe the old adage goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. To which he or she replies, don't touch a running system. And that really is the fucking thing that pisses me off the most. You don't touch a running system. If it's fucking up and running and not causing problems, don't try to fucking fix it. Because you just caused problems. You've pissed off your entire fucking community by doing this. Here, this guy. Man, you're really trying to polish a turd here, Luna. No matter what you do, this change will still look exactly like that, a turd. As pretty much everyone inciting this thread has stated, reverting this change would... The fuck was that? Reverting this change would be the best course of action. He says, I just wish they would put it back up there soon. They're talking about putting the fucking upload information. I said, we all wish they'd put it back up soon. Adding to that, I hope after this they stop fucking around with the UI, making these unnecessarily bad UI changes like removing upvotes or regrouping. This is the quickest way to piss off your user base. For example, my muscle memory for the download button is messed up now because without thinking about it, I go to download a picture and end up clicking the image dimensions because they move the button. So Luna comes back in again, saying the plan is to show both artist credit and upload credit up top, artist on the left, uploader on the right. It's different from an artist. However, before that, the plan is to move back uploader credit, but with the first and badges removed. Additionally, meta bar being spaced out should help the whole area look better by being less cramped. This is a less work in progress mock-up. And she shows this picture. That's the fucking picture I was telling you about. I was looking for this. See how fucking spaced out that shit is? You see how fucking big my screen is? That's not good. And, I don't see what the problem is with having the fucking cramped image bar. That's actually one of the things I liked about this site. It looked different. It looked interesting. And all the information you need was right there. You'd have the fucking navigation buttons, your upload buttons, all this fucking, there was nothing wrong with how it was. All the fucking tags are left aligned. Where before, they were spaced across the screen, easy to find because they were in alphabetical order, but now they're just cramped. Fucking left aligned. So now, it's fucking hard to fucking find shit. If I'm it's an Equestria Girls. So I'd usually, look over here, because this is where E would be. But no, now Equestria Girls is, right fucking here. So I said, I'm giving up giving feedback on the site. These Bush League designers don't listen, they don't know when to stop, either. Because this guy's Zeb, he posted a picture showing, the upload bar. See how his fucking picture? This is how the fucking bar is supposed to look. Everything's fucking right together. It doesn't look cramped. There's still good spacing. You know, everything's right there. Is fucking navigation, upvotes, whatever the hell this shit is. This is where the old download button was. That's where I was complaining. I would keep like clicking that instead of download. But that's how it was supposed to look. And I come and say, like, what I want to know is why the hell is everything in the bar so spaced out? The picture you linked is how it's supposed to look, but now there's giant gaps, you know? Giant fucking gaps. You know, I really want to know what this designer is doing, what they think they're trying to accomplish, because everything they've been doing so far is terrible. I'm actually getting angry about this now. What's so wrong about how the image page was before they felt the need to go and mess everything up? I mean, sure, they put the top bar back where it was, but with the upload information on top, but it's like they couldn't resist messing something else up. Some pony tell them to stop. And that kind of leads me to why I made this video. Because now, you know, it's like 5 days later, we got everything semi back to normal. Like, it still looks fucking like... It just looks like they just hit left a lot and everything. Like, everything just shifted over to the fucking left. But now, the issue I'm seeing is, you know, oh, I like this picture, I want to download it. There's no fucking tags. Because, oh, look, when you hover over it, download with tag. Yeah, it just leads me to comment, like, you know, this is fucking madness. The icon bar is back to normal without those giant gaps, but now the download button is defaulted without tags. I organized my pictures by tags, and now not only is the button not in its normal place, so I keep accidentally clicking the wrong things, but now I'm downloading the short file name version by mistake as well, because the long version is no longer default. Now I have to memorize where the new download button is, hover over it, and do an extra click just to get the download I want instead of just having two fucking buttons like before. What was so bad about having two different download buttons? Why are these design choices always one step forward and two steps back? This is so damn frustrating. So yeah, that leads me ultimately to why I made this video, because these are just some of the most retarded design choices I've ever seen. Like, you know, we've all seen YouTube and how they just completely fuck up the website's UI. We've all seen how, like, Google's doing it with their fucking Google Docs. They just keep adding shit, moving things around. You know, Luna made a comment earlier on saying, oh, if you don't like it, that's not a valid downside. It is, you know, because someone actually someone did fucking respond. So this comment right here. This whole week has got me frustrated a lot. I liked the design before. Derpibooru had the best site design ever and probably still has, but this whole week was arguing and trying to decide on changes that have been necessarily made not only because of that new update. This is an important website to a lot of people. You should understand that we care about the site because it matters to us. I believe there are good enough reasons for people to be frustrated, and those feelings should be acknowledged. And that really is the heart of the fucking issue. You know, you got Luna trying to make some fucking changes that she feels good about, and she's not implementing them properly. She's implementing them, you know, piece by piece, and retroactively changing them when everyone gets upset. That's not what you do. At that point, if you notice you make a mistake, you just fucking stop. You revert it, try to fucking go back to the drawing board. There's a fucking comment somewhere that I'm not going to go back and find saying, hey, why doesn't Derpibooru use a test server? And they say, oh, we got a test server, but like no one's really using it. Well, that's what you do. You use a fucking test server. You use a fucking dummy website to make the fucking changes and fucking beta test it. You don't just throw it into your running system because you piss off your whole fucking user base. Because this shit has got me not even wanting to use the site anymore. It's fucking too jarring of a change. Everything's completely different. And that is a very valid downside to these design choices. No matter how much fucking Luna wants to say, oh, you know, it's not a downside, not liking it. People come to a website, they use it, they get used to how it looks, they feel comfortable using it. Just throwing everything up into the fucking air makes everyone uncomfortable, and it makes some people not want to use your site. And you know, my first reaction when seeing all this, you know, seeing the designer saying, no, we're not gonna fucking change, I'm like, oh, you know, I can just make my own fucking brew, call it like Rainb0w or something. But the only problem is, the fandom's too old to have another fucking Buru split. Because, you know, we first started with Ponyburu, they shut down for some reason, then we had Derpibooru for like the past like 6 fucking years. Fandom doesn't have the same traction it did to handle another fucking Buru split, and the project would just fucking die. It's the fact that it's leading me to that point. It's leading me to say, hey, it's more worthwhile to start my own fucking image board than deal with these designers like, hey, we're gonna make this change and we don't care to listen because we know more than you. And then that really, like, zooming out of it, that really is the actual fucking issue. Like the fucking uploader credit or the fucking tags or everything being left behind, that's not the problem. The problem is the fucking designer showing their hand saying, hey, we know more than you. We know you've been using this site, and you're used to how it is, and you're comfortable, and you're having no problems with it, but we think it should be this way. We think it should be this way, because we're the one creating the site, we're the one editing, when really it should be the other way around. Even though they own the site, and they're fucking making changes to it, it's the community site, because they're the ones who give you the website traffic, give you the fucking page views, give you the fucking advertisement clicks. So they should be the ones you're listening to, not fucking Princess Luna saying, I think this design's good, and if you don't like it, that's not a valid reason. Because you see this all over the fucking internet. You see all these fucking shithead designers saying, oh, I got an idea and I want to implement it. You don't like it? Pfft, that's your problem. That's how you fucking drive people away. Ultimately, this is a fucking non-issue. Like, there's so many fucking bigger, important issues in the fandom. Like, we just got Season 8. There's still the looming fear that everything's gonna be fucking destroyed in Season 9. Ultimately, a fucking uploader credit and a fucking whatever the fuck they did with these tags, it doesn't matter. Everyone's gonna be fucking done and over in 2 weeks. But ultimately, I think it's the fact that we now have another site where we know the designers don't fucking care about what their community thinks. They get defensive and say, oh, well, I think it's a good idea, so I'm gonna implement it. Like, you know, I'm not a fucking web designer. I'm not a fucking coder. Like, my website, for how cool it looks, I'm using a WordPress theme. I'm an illustrator. I'm a writer. So I don't know anything about all the back-end shit. Like, oh, you know, you gotta implement this code to make it more streamlined, and it'll load 0.2 seconds faster. What I do know is communities. I'm fucking on the ground. I see people being pissed off, and I see the fucking people they're pissed off at saying, oh, we're not gonna change it. I know you're rightfully upset, but we're not gonna change it. And like I said, that's the type of shit that leads people to migrate away. That leads people to not want to use your website. It leads people to being uncomfortable. Because your user base shouldn't have to learn a whole fucking new set of buttons that they've been using for years and years without issue. They shouldn't have to relearn where the fucking buttons are. And they shouldn't have to hover over and click when they want something a certain way when before you had 2 fucking buttons for it. Like I said, I'm not a web designer. I'm not a UI designer or user experience or whatever the fuck they're called. I'm not. But I do know a few things. I know you don't fix what isn't broken. You don't change a moving system. You don't implement changes that you haven't tested. You don't make sudden sweeping changes that no one asked for. And you definitely don't tell your user base they're wrong for disliking the changes you made without testing because you think you know better than the community. That's Bush League, bro.